We're going to attempt to draw this little branch of leaves. First, I'm going to start with a light sketch, and then I'm going to go through and ink it. And I just want to get this very organic, fluid line that almost looks like a really loose S. And then I'm just going to look constantly at the image I was drawing. So starting out with a medium-sized leaf, and then I've got some small ones, and then some big ones. I don't want it to look uniform, and so the leaves are offset, meaning there's a right amount of negative space in between each one, but on the opposite side of the branch, we've got bigger gaps and smaller gaps, and that makes it look like more of a believable branch that you would find in nature. Some of the leaves show the full leaf shape, and some of them show the half, so kind of just watch how I've drawn that. And then this one overlaps, just the one, and that's kind of nice. Actually, there's one on the other side too. So it crosses, and it's nice to have variety of big leaves and smaller leaves. The branch itself is quite thin, but where the leaves attach to the branch, it gets a little thicker so that you have that attachment. It's not just a thin line. And so you want it to be believable that that branch would hold the weight of the size of leaf with the attachment. And again, I'm just kind of looking at it and gauging the negative shapes in between. I mean, it's so nice to draw something like this because it doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's believable, but that the leaves all look similar, not exactly the same. You want to have that difference for the variety like we talked about. And then just make sure that stem kind of nicely curves at the end and finishes off a little bit thicker at that base. And then I just would take a step back and look at it before you start inking and making any adjustments. And I'm just using a fine tip navy blue pen. I think honestly, I bought this one by accident, thinking it was black on mine, and I love it. So I'm just going over, and this is a 0.4 tip, and really covering all of the lines that I have made with my pencil. And then I'm going to go, after it's dry, and erase it with my kneaded eraser. The next thing I'm going to focus on is just the veining. And really you can do a lot of different styles of line work. I just chose to do in the direction to kind of help the shape of the leaf. And notice how I'm going back through over the stem and darkening up that stem and where it attaches to the leaf, just to give it a little bit more sturdy look. And I'm just going to go through and thicken up lines, wisp out some lines. You can practice this wisping technique where you're starting at the base, or I should say the center of the veining, and then I draw and I get my pressure so it's pretty heavy as I start, and then it wisps out so it's leaving the page as I finish with the vein on each leaf. And when you're finished, just sign it. Double check if you didn't need to go back and add any thick lines anywhere. The thick lines kind of give the idea that you have a little bit of value or darker area on the stem or the leaf. Okay, good luck.